The Princess in Heels. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Mary. She loved wearing her mother's shoes. She was always rummaging in the wardrobe where her mom kept her shoes. There were so many of them, and in so many different shapes and colors. High-heeled shoes, mid-heeled shoes, low-heeled shoes, black ones, brown and green ones, shoes with ribbons and flowers, checked ones and lacy ones. Mary's favorite pair of shoes were pink, and they had heels, very high heels. Her mom hardly ever wore them, for although they were very pretty, they were also rather uncomfortable and difficult to walk in. One day, the door of the shoe wardrobe was wide open, and Mary was wearing the pink high heels, when all of a sudden a very excited elf appeared before her. Mary was quite shocked, for she was unaware that elves existed, let alone that they could be found inside her own house. "I found you at long last," exclaimed the elf. "The queen has told me that I'd find the princess in heels on the first floor, next to a big closet full of shoes, and that she'd be wearing beautiful pink shoes. Hurry up, come with me." But who are you?" managed to blurt out Mary. "Can't you see? I'm an elf. Come on, there's no time to lose." Without uttering another word, he grabbed the little girl by the hand and led her to the garden. Mary stumbled along. We all know how hard it is to run wearing high heels, especially if the size is far too big for you. The elf and the girl finally reached the place he wanted to show her. He then started to explain the problem. The queen of the garden, Bee Pietroska, had fallen into Spider Goluda's trap. It so happens that the queen, who has poor eyesight, thought she'd seen a pretty and shiny yellow flower in the garden. She realized her great mistake the moment she placed her legs on the flower. This was no flower, but a half-eaten sweet someone must have thrown in the middle of the garden. Queen Pietroska was trying to free herself, had only managed to get stuck even further into the sticky sweet. To make matters worse, Spider Goluda had woven her web around the queen to prevent her escaping, and now, after her midday nap, she intended to devour her. All of us who dwell in the garden have tried to remove her from the web and the sweet, but as our hands are small and we are not very strong, we have failed. That's when the queen bee suggested I search for you to see if you could free her. We are running out of time, for soon the spider will wake up, and when she does, she'll surely want to gobble up our queen. Mary understood the problem immediately. In the first place, she started separating the web's threads, then she removed the sweet, and finally Queen Pietroska was set free. They were very lucky, because at that moment, Spider Goluda woke up, ready to devour her prey. All the inhabitants of the garden were very happy and started jumping with joy. Their queen had been saved. Everyone was kissing and hugging Mary, who, both pleased and surprised, was offering her cheek to Beetle Gentleman, Mommy Worm, Little Fly, and others she failed to recognize, for she had never seen them before. The elf who had found her was very happy and gave her a crown of blue and pink flowers as a gift. Mary, feeling pleased with herself, placed it on her head. Then the queen spoke. "If it had not been for you, little one, my recklessness today would have cost me my life. I hereby declare you Princess in Heels, friend of the garden, for thanks to your calm and quick action, I have been spared a horrible death." That night, when Mary went to bed, she was still rather excited when she recalled the adventure she had experienced. When her mom asked her who had given her the crown, she lied, saying she had sewn it up with the help of a friend. Now, snuggled up in bed, she remembered her new friends, all the little animals who lived every day right next to her, and in this way she fell asleep with a big smile on her face.